Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. No matter when you catch this particular replay of the Logie 2 p.m. call, I am Altavis Pelzer at Altavis Unmuted. I'm super excited to chit chat with you guys and always be able to come answer some questions, give some insight, and give some motivation for those of us that are in the Amazon program, but we're also in Logie. And being in Logie, you can also use it for other platforms as well. So, with that being said, I saw something this week when I made a purchase, and it really hit home because I was like, one of the questions we always ask is it really like, is it worth our time to do idealist? Like it that's the question that a lot of influencers have in the program, or anybody. Are people actually seeing any type of sales from idealists? Is it beneficial? Is it time consuming, or is it worth the time? Here's the thing. What I saw this week showed me, yes, it is worth it to do idealist, but we've been potentially doing them wrong. There's that. So originally, when we were doing idealists were what we were using as live streamers to be able to pull in whatever we were going to be live streaming about. That was one way that they were being used. Another way is that when we had content we were interested in, or that we wanted to kind of reach out to a brand about, we would put it on an idea list, right? Because we wanted to make sure that we had it. Or if we knew something was coming in, we put it on an idea list in order for us to be able to grab it when we put up the content. We've been looking at the idea list all wrong. So the strategy is going to change. But with that, I have homework for you, because we're not only going to talk about this, I want you to implement it with at least one or two new idea lists this weekend, I should say. Uh, so with that being said, I'm going to share my screen. Listen, but wait till you see this whole get up. I absolutely loved it. And I was excited. So when I made my purchase this week, this is what popped up. It said, hashtag how to inspired by your purchase. So why is this important? This, although we've seen in the past that videos have come up after you make a purchase, this is an idea list. With that being said, I'm going to show you why we've been looking at idea lists completely wrong. So this one says how to style a denim jacket, right? Right. This one is how to style women's rodeo outfit, right? Right. Um, in when you first look at the idea list, first thing that stands out is literally this has four things in it. It does have engagement. It is from a influencer because it says earns commission. It only has four items in it. This one only has five items in it. It's very niche. It's specific. It's not the ideal list that we've been creating in the past. Again, because we've been using them for our live streams, we've been using them to reach out to brands and things like that. This one is very specific, according to, again, for fashion, for these. Now, imagine you doing one for whatever categories do really well for you, or a category that you're trying to step into, or for products that are on Logie that you don't have on hand. And you know that there's 5 fitness products or 4 fitness products. Here's why this is so cool. Instead of doing a collage, do the idea list. Instead of doing the collage, you could do the idea list with those same 4 products, 5 products. And then mind you, I don't know if anything out over 5 is going to show up with how they have it set up. Because again, that one only has 5 and that one only has 4. And so, No, why the other picture? Okay, there we go. When you click on it, this is what the idea list looks like. They updated how we could do the idea list because now you can do like a little description next to the product. Um, but literally, that's what it is. It's those four products, and they have a little description. So they've made it a storyboard, so to speak. Oh, wait, I just saw the comment come up. Hold on. Let me go back. Andrew said, unless you're like me, idealists surrounding everything and, and everything to get more sales on your round. Exactly. I have some that are small, like my men's fashion list. Exactly. So imagine doing a Christmas Eve family night list with like five things for that would include like pajamas, hot chocolate mugs, uh, you know, a Christmas movie because you can put media in some of these lists. You can do a separate media list like this as well because you can do one that's just media. It the opportunities are amazing. Um, if we create an idea list, can we share it on our main Facebook profile? You sure can because you still have the option to be able to share out your list. You can share them. You can. Here's the other thing: if you create a list, and this is where this was so like one of the things that stood out specifically for Logie. If you have a product from Logie and you're like, oh my goodness, this product's really great. I haven't tried their other products, but I think, they're just as good. Create an idea list with four or five products. When you post on your social media and post the link can be to the idea list instead of it just being to that one product because they have all of them in there. This allows you to be able to promote many more products from one brand. Like I'll tell you, there was a brand that I just got a product from. And when I went in Home Depot, I saw that the brand was in Home Depot. They had a couple of different products. They even had some products that we didn't have on Logie yet, which I'm going to reach out to Ahud about that. I'm going to send a letter about that one. No, but they had products in the store that we didn't have on the site that aren't on Amazon yet. So I'll let it slide for now. But it gives you an opportunity because again, you can take a picture of a product and you don't necessarily have to have a video of it. You can take a picture of a product and be able to post that link. But remember, please, please, please pay attention to TOS, terms of service, when it comes to Amazon, right? Because you don't want to do anything that's outside of the terms of service. But yes, you have many options where you can go ahead and share that link to your stories, to your social media, and with Facebook now allowing you to be able to put a link to your content, like within your content, they're like allowing you to put links. There's a couple different ways that you can kind of play around with it. Sandy said I actually couple my collages to a corresponding idea list. So I post the collage image on my socials and include a link to the idea list in the post containing the collage. Yeah, and I saw some people talking about that in one of the other groups as well. As a great way to kind of promote more than one thing. You're showing a picture, but you can promote more than one thing. Yes, they still show higher ones as well. It depends on the products. I was told post only on a page or group you own. So here's the thing. You can post on your page. The groups is interesting. Here's why this is interesting. And I don't, again, people not everybody pays attention to all these different changes. Facebook has been making some interesting changes. So for one, they've changed how it looks slightly. So when you look at a video or a post, you no longer see how many views it got. You only see the actual engagement that it has now. You also have the option to now tag something. But something else that Facebook did that was really major for a lot of people was that they now allow people that had private Facebook groups to make them public again. Now, remember, they had stopped doing that a few years ago, which we still don't, to this day, don't understand why. But they made it so if you had your Facebook group and it was public and you made it private, you didn't have the option to make it public again. You were a done deal. This week, they literally sent out to all of the private groups, you have the option to now make your page public. So they're looking your group public. So they're looking to promote groups more. I'm thinking that may be on the horizon. So if you don't have a Facebook group or you have one, you I don't know if this would be a time that you would want to test that out. But yes, you have to be very careful about the TOS when it comes to those groups because people in the past have had so many different things happen. Andrew said, so long as you have your profile and your sites list, yes. On the back end, you can list it. This is why you need to make sure anywhere you plan to share links is on the back end. Otherwise, you will get flagged. And I've still seen people getting flagged, right? Yeah, that I've still seen people getting flagged for stuff because they do not have those things on the list. If you link to the idea list instead of the product, does the commission change or has that changed? Now, that's one of the questions that I have as well, Megan, because how they're promoting it on site, I'm wondering. I'm wondering because they're promoting it on site. I know we would get from them, we would get on site, but I'm wondering if we still promote it and bring, if it would still be off site or how they're doing it. Because again, we don't always get the insight and updates when they change stuff behind the scenes. We just kind of see it and be like, oh, a change. Yay, let's play with it and let's tinker with it and see if we can, if it breaks, let's see what's going on. Right? That part, listen. Well, here's the thing, and that's another thing that I noticed this week. You typically with Facebook, when you post on the actual post, on a caption, a link, they wouldn't give you as much engagement. They would limit the engagement. Understood. So people started putting it in the comments. But then that became really wonky. And then they actually, at one point, were blocking links in the comments. And so this week, I noticed that I put a link for an event that I'm speaking at. I put the link in the caption, and it didn't lower my views or not get any engagement. Like, so again, they're making changes behind the scenes when it comes to Facebook. um, we don't always get updates, although they did just send out a like messages to people who and telling them to come join like a special chat that they have for Facebook creators. So they are doing some things and opening up opportunities. I'm interested to see how they play this out, especially with us having the option to add links onto our content now. I'm really interested to see how they play it out. Um, I said, yes, it's considered on site because it's an idea list versus linking to the product, which is considered offsite. Oh, thank you so much for that, Andrew. I can say that I have tried to figure this out for years. I do believe we get both off and on site for the idea list based on how the visitor got there. See, that's why I was like, that's why, well, here's the thing. That's why I said I would like us like test it out. For the month of December, test it out. Do maybe two or three idea lists. Do one that's like Logie specific. Do one that's niche for one of your top categories or something like that. Do another one that's like a holiday one, and test it out and see. And what we're looking at when we're doing these idea lists, if we're looking at engagement, we're looking at conversion for the things that are in that list. because this could be stuff that you don't already have content for. This can be stuff that you don't already have videos, or you don't have the product at all. So engagement, conversion, and we won't know where they're being placed, unfortunately. But I do want to show you the other piece that stood out for these as well. But we won't know where they're being placed, but we'll at least be able to kind of see what's going on with it. Andrew said Amazon's always screwing with crap, and Meta too, and sometimes they're both in cahoots when it comes to TOS on both sides. Yeah, people have gotten flagged for so many things on both sides because things change. Um, if you go to your page and push through to your idea list. Okay, yes. Okay. So, so of course, this was special deals. So, of course, we probably won't be able to share this particular piece of the video because it does say Cyber Monday. I don't know if they'll flag us for that. Uh, but okay, so it's very specific when it comes to the title. The actual description for it is short, and the description has two hashtags: hashtag how to and hashtag women's style. This one has hashtag how to and hashtag style. So there could be a hashtag how to and hashtag camping, hashtag how to and hashtag um, uh, newborn mom or mom life or mom hack. It could be any number of those things, right? But they have that hashtag how to in there. I wonder if these idea lists were an incentive for a small group since they seem so specific. That's what I was thinking as well. That it was potentially for, because I did, y'all know now, if y'all don't know me by now, I'm a super sleuth. I'm gonna go do all of the things. I'm gonna go check everything out. So not only did I click on the actual list, I clicked on their idea list and I saw this. So, like, here's some of the other idea lists that they had. So, how to wear a tie, they had 4 items in there. How to draw flowers. That was an interesting one. That would be an interesting one too, because uh, we have the Artistro and Charcola products that are on Logie. How to style scarves. And which is interesting because here's the thing, even if you look at this, you see that it's not just fashion, because the second one is how to draw flowers, right? But also how to style scarves. They're not actually sharing pictures of telling you like how to style a scarf. They're taking they're taking the products and just saying the little snippet that they would say beside it. So over here in that little section on the left, they're just saying a little snippet of how they would use that particular product. It could be, Catherine. That's a good one. Catherine said, "What would be a hashtag for a pet stuff?" Hashtag cat mom, and that could be it right there. Hashtag cat mom. Hashtag, and it would be because you can do one for um, products that you use for your pet. You can do one for snacks that the favorite snacks that you may get or that are on Amazon. Um, Michelle, now yeah, I'm glad you pointed that out. I'm glad you pointed that out. Just seems like they're going through a chat GPT list of highly searched SEO terms. Pretty smart, actually. Exactly. Yes, and Nil Tech for art supplies. So you could do a short little list, and it can be how to create um, your own ornaments. Hashtag how to. Hashtag what? Christmas. I mean, it makes sense. Yeah, hashtag pet toys, hashtag pet furniture. Exactly. Ooh, Megan, run a marathon. Ooh, and it could have sneakers. It could have sweats. It could have especially if they're doing it in the cooler weather. It could have hand warmers or the headbands that people wear. But y'all see how this was like? I was like, oh, this is sparking some ideas. Look, Andrew said, now you see why I have 200 lists. Listen, but it sparks ideas. And then, like I said, we were just adding things to lists and adding things to lists. And here it is. It's like they got 4 things in a list and they're getting engagement on the list. My thing is, I want to test it out. Us as influencers, as a community, test it out so we can see, okay, we're going to test it out. But also, when we come back in January, we can say, okay, I did, idea lists. I did them in these categories. This is how it went engagement wise, converting that part. Now, I've also seen, again, after making a purchase, I've also seen uh, where not only after making a purchase, you would see a video come up. I haven't seen photos lately. I used to see photos as well. I haven't seen photos lately. I see more videos and now seeing the idea list. Sandy said, besides our Amazon storefront, where on site would Amazon be placing our idea list and collages? So this particular one is after a customer makes a purchase. So after I made a purchase, this is what came up. Like the next screen that at the end, that's what came up. But they also have the collages are in what's the other section on Amazon? It's no longer Insight. There is another section that used to have it was the whole Insight section, but they still have it. It's just not called that anymore. But it still has the vertical videos and it still has collages there. Not collages. It still has the idea list there. Um, I don't know if they're doing the collages there just yet. I just said, sorry if I missed this part, but how do you find these idea lists if you don't make a purchase? So that's what we're trying to figure out now. Like what other ways they may be actually promoting it, because before they weren't promoting idea lists at all. Like we didn't see idea lists come up anywhere outside of our storefront. So seeing it on that page was like, okay, this is something Amazon is tinkering with and pushing possibly. So it's something to pay attention to. Um, I don't think that I have. I've seen idea lists on one product page, but that was like I saw it and then I didn't see it anywhere else. So I don't know if they're doing it. Oh yeah, shop by interest. Thank you, A HUD. You're awesome. Um, I haven't seen it on a product page again. Recently I haven't. That was a little while back. So I think they were testing it out to see if it, but I've seen it on product pages. The idea list. I have not seen collages on there, but I have seen collages come up in a couple places. Where meaning screenshots that people have been seeing it come up for them when they're shopping. The other thing is we may not see it if it's not something that they think is going to, of course, interest you. So if you're not somebody who watches videos when you go on, if you're not somebody that kind of shops around on your own, you may not see what other people see. Yep, shop by interest. Do, 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 do. Now that's a good question. Sandy asked the question: is it tough to convert sales from shop by interest section? I feel like it's not. I don't know. I feel like it's a 50-50 because shop by interest, you know that they're there for those specific things, but also the competition is higher because all of the people in that section are have similar things. Um yeah, Andrew just said it. It depends on the list. Uh oh, and that's right. Andrew, come on off mute. He just said it because he actually has a 200 list, and so he actually gets conversion on his list. Um,
Yeah, you could get sales from shop by interest. You don't just have to post everything off site. Amazon will push that stuff for you. Like, you don't have to send people to your storefront. You don't necessarily have to have your idea list listed on social media. Amazon is pushing everything that we create out to who they think is going to be interested in it. You've got the shop by interest section that is riddled with everything that everybody's doing, and they're placing your idea lists and your pictures and your collages all over the place. And then if you're also in like the ads boost program, they will take that content and push it out on their own social media and help bring traffic into Amazon also. This is why I've been saying for months, Idealist is one way that you can consistently get content out without making anything for a video with something on hand.
and like I said, now that we're seeing how starting to see where they're pushing it a little bit more. It's like, oh, okay, and we're getting to see how they're pushing it. So for like this particular one, it's a whole section that just says how to hashtag how to. And so if you hashtag how to and it's a category from somebody, something somebody purchases, then it'll get pushed there. Like we don't have to do anything extra. Um, and then Stephanie made a good point as well and said brands on creator connections are possibly more likely to send a sample if we have already created content for them as well. So an easy way to do that again, to be able to start that conversation, to start that relationship with that brand, that's definitely a great way to start. Especially if you're doing it and it's that smaller list and they can see the engagement on it, or they can see, I mean, they're not going to see the conversion piece, but they'll be able to see the engagement piece. I think I've also seen idea lists while scrolling, but maybe only in shop by interest, not 100% sure. I hear sales don't convert well in shop by interest. So it depends. Yeah, that, and again, that's why we're saying we want to see where else they're placing it. We won't know necessarily, but we want to see if, okay, if this is something that they're testing, like okay, so let me take a step back. As from the business side, when you see that a platform is testing something, that's your cue to jump on it. So when a platform releases something new, that's your cue to test it out because they're going to be pushing whoever is testing out that particular thing. So if we see that this is something that they're doing with the hashtag how to, we've not seen anything about it in emails, we've not seen anything about it in any type of, you know, um any type of webinars that they've done. It's something that they're doing and testing out. This is something that we can say, okay, let's hop on it and see if we can ride the wave of whatever it is that they're doing with this. Again, because behind the scenes, it's a system. It's not an individual person saying, I like this one, let's do this one. It's a system that they're setting up in place. And that means it's pulling whatever falls in alignment with whatever, points that they have that they want to hit. So that hashtag how to, and it being 4 or 5 items, that may be something that really works for us. We may do it starting today and do it until the end of December. And if it makes us an extra couple $100, hey, if it makes us an extra couple dollars, still good. If it makes us an extra couple thousand, heck yeah. Why not do it? You also have to remember that Amazon may show it to one person but not another, just like the top carousel. Exactly. I can see this potentially working as a double dip. If you created four similar themed smaller lists, place these four similar mini lists within one larger theme binnable list. Michelle, come on. That's why I said my mind started going with all the different ideas, and I said, "Oh, wait a minute." But again, start small. Do a couple lists, work it out. And again, Michelle just said it. Do the smaller list, send it to Binnable, send content, post it on your socials if that's what you're doing. But let's see. Let's work it out. Um, Megan said, I just went to ChatGPT and asked for the top 200 SEO how to terms searched, and the results will give you tons of ideas. Come on, let's go. Working smart and hard. I love it. Um, Sandy just asked a question. Andrew, is there any way to see how many clicks you get for your idea list and how many sales you get from your idea list? When I go to manage content, all my idea lists always say 0 views. So not sure if they're being reported elsewhere. Good question. Andrew said, yep. Uh, if it's creator connection products or Logie products, can't they see conversion through those? Yes, we can see conversion through the Logie products and through on the Logie site. We'll be able to see it. And also, if you're in creator connections and you're using products from there to make the list, you can see it from there as well. Now on the actual Amazon side, um, yes, a lot will come up and it just says 0 because they may not be getting any engagement, which is why I was like, okay, let's see if we can do these specific ones and see if that will boost. Now, if I go back, well, I showed you guys the list um that they were highlighting. One had 16 engagements, one had like 8 or 6 or something like that. So we don't know how long they've been up. We don't know. Um, we don't know outside of right where I saw it, where else that particular one may be. But we do see that those particular ones are getting engagement, and it was maybe about 5 that I saw, and all 5 had engagement. All 5 of them had either 4 or 5 products. All 5 of them had engagement, and all 5 of them had that hashtag how to. Mm-hmm. Oh, Andrew, that was another good one. Good, good, good. Don't forget that your followers on Amazon will also be getting emails about the content that you make as well, which will include your idea list. So they will get an email once a week saying that you've uploaded content. Andrew said you can see the clicks, but only way to see the order specifically is to remember what products you add to the list and compare to your reports. Yeah. Ah. Exactly. Andrew said we also don't know if they go by 30 days or lifetime for the calculations when it comes to the engagement, the clicks that we're seeing. Because that would make a big difference too. If it's 30 days. I think the likes just stay on there, but I do believe that when we're looking at the views, yeah, that's uh 30 days. So now let's think about this when it comes to Logie products. If we're looking at Logie products, right now there are you got Life Pro. Life Pro is a really great brand. I've actually done content for multiple products from their brand. But if you're somebody that says, well, their stuff is a little more pricey, well, you may not be able to get it at this time. But you can do an idea list with 4 of their products because they don't just have fitness products, they also have the therapy stuff, the red light therapy stuff, and they have multiple options. Do one with four, hashtag how to, hashtag home gym, hashtag home workout. I mean, again, really simple, right? Right? And Stephanie said, I was already thinking of Life Pro. Mm-hmm. I'm like, the potential is there. It's just setting it up and not getting overwhelmed with it. That's one of the things I always tell people when you are trying something out. Yes, you will have people that will give you great ideas, but you try it out according to what you can handle, according to what you can do. An idealist usually does not take a lot of time. Megan just showed y'all she went to Chat GPT and got 200 different options. Okay, real simple. Didn't take that long. You create just a few for you to be able to monitor. And then when we come back in January, you could be able to say, you know what, Altavis that worked. Or you could say Altavis that didn't work. It didn't work for me. Or it didn't work for this category, but it did work for this one. Again, this is a great way to add some extra sales when it comes to Logie or Creator Connections. This is another reason it's wise to build out lists on Logie and send products from Amazon to Logie. That's a good fact. And send products from Amazon to Logie and build lists as well. That is how I know I promote over 10K products because of Logie, keeping that updated. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the collections, which is the list on Logie. Mm-hmm. And being able to go ahead and monitor it. This is a easy way because you don't have to make a financial investment at this time. It can potentially again work really well. It may not work at all, but you got to give it some time so you can actually monitor it. That's why I said give it, and then we'll come back and check back in next month and be able to say did it work, did it not work. Uh, I always tell people if you're going to try something, give yourself at least, I say at least 60 days, but at minimum, you give yourself 30 days to see if it's going to actually pan out or if it's something that you like, yeah, no, this is not going to work. I wish we would have known this before Black Friday. I wish we would have known this before Black Friday. But now that we know and we're in the middle of the holiday season, we can use it. We can still use it. And this is the perfect time to do it because it's the holiday season. Right? Stephanie said, I mean, I wish I would have known. 90 days is better, honestly. Yeah, that's my go-to is whenever I implement something new, I try to do it for 90 days because it gives you multiple holidays to be able to say, this made it go up, this made it go down. It also gives you the opportunity to be able to say, okay, where it worked best. Oh no, oh no. Uh Sandy said, I don't remember how to create a collection from Logie. That is, I don't have it in front of me. Wait, is Ahud still in the room with us? He is not. Ah, he is. Ahud, are you able to pull up and show Sandy how to make a collection on Logie?
It depends on how much he's gonna pay me for that. Yeah, I mean, I'm not working for free, you know. So I'm just kidding, just kidding. Let me see if I can do something. If I can show it somehow. Let me
Okay,
log into my Logie, and let's see if I can log in here. Um,
great options. Okay, so while he's searching that out, um, what idea list are you thinking about creating? And again, Are you going to go in Chat GPT and say, hey, what's the top for my categories? Because again, we always talk about know your numbers. What's your top three categories? You can go and ask for the top for, those top three and do one for each one or however you want to set it up. But get it done. That's your homework for this week. And I will say this because I did get homework from Lane and I did complete my homework. I did create a workflow for my YouTube channel to my Pinterest. I did. Um, Okay, let me go back.
Yeah, let me know when you can see my screen.
Yeah, we sure can.
Okay, perfect. So I can try to see what's the best way to do it. Okay, so the way to do it is just to go to there's a bunch of ways to do it, but we're going to go to manage, and we're just going to go to collections. So if I go to manage collections, I can see all my collections right here. So I'm going to click create a new collection. It's going to ask me if I want to create a manual or an automatic collection. So manual is the easiest one, and an automatic collection is just like making you a superhero and giving you supernatural powers like Amazon has, that you can actually put criteria and say only show in that collection products from the sports category that have sold more than 20 units a month and that it's like, costing less than $50. And you can have that special collection just update automatically when you don't need to touch it. So that's like one of these amazing things that we do. But for this case, we're just going to create this out of this favorites like this. I'm just going to create a manual one. I can put any description I want, and all I do is I click on the products plus button, and I can add any button, any product I want from my products. Or I can use the tab up here to change to the opportunities, and I can add products from the Logie opportunities. So I'm promoting things that I know that I'm going to get high commissions for. Or I can literally come here and import products. So if I have a list of 30 ASINs that I want to instantly create a collection for, I can literally paste them and click import. Or I can literally go to the Amazon tab and search for a Bluetooth purple speaker, and that will actually do a real-time search inside Amazon and bring me all the products in Amazon that are, purple speakers. So I can just add them and hit that, add selected. So now I have these products right here in my collection, and all I need to do is click create collection. And of course, I can come here and I can change the order. Remember that the first product will always be your kind of thumbnail for the collection. So let's click on create and give it a minute to create it. And then we should be able to see instead of 16, there we go, 17 collections. And this is the one that we just created. And there's so many things we can do with it. Right now, it's visible on our storefront, on our Go Shopping storefront. We can make it invisible. We can see the data about these products. If we sold any of them, we can click this button to open the collection in a new tab. And we have all these other options to do, to share it and also to edit it. And when I edit it the second time, I can actually change the slug here, which means that it's going to change the name of the URL. So right now it's go shopping / Emma Holt / collections, and then the name of the collection, Altovis favorites. But I can just change it to my favorites. You should only do this once, because if some people will already have the old URL, they're not going to be able to get to it anymore. So I'm going to change this to my favorites. So now the slug change, and if I want to go, I can just open this in a new page. And I'm not sure if you'll be able to see my other page if I'm sharing the other page or just this one, but hopefully it will load it. So it comes here to my Go Shopping page. Can we see the Go Shopping page, guys? Is it showing that page? Yeah.
Sure
Okay,
is.
great. Great. So it says my favorites, and for some reason it didn't work as I expected it to. See, it says my favorites, and I see 1,595 products. Maybe I already had a collection that was named like this. So interesting. But that's kind of the idea of how you can create collections. But also what Andrew said is that when you go to Amazon and you have the extension installed, you can easily send, entire collections to your Logie collection Or let me see if we have it installed here. Don't know why. Oh, because it's private browsing. That's why. So you can't see it. But once you have the extension installed, you can literally come here and go to any influencer's collections. And if you find someone's collection that you like, you just say, you know, copy this collection, create the same collection in my Logie account, and boom, it will create it. And there's a lot of really powerful benefits and cool features. There's just so much to mention, but I'm sure that we can find tutorials on our website or on our Facebook page that has a lot of these tips and tricks.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Yeah,
So
if there's any specific questions, let me know.
I would love a session on the benefits of sending the send to Logie on Amazon, and that he literally that's what it was, because it comes up as your products. And um like if you're trying to like keep an eye on something, if you want to add it to a collections list, so that's sending it over to Logie so that way you can come back and use it later on. Michelle asked, did I miss homework from Lane? No, that was 2 weeks ago. I told Lane that I had finally set up my YouTube channel, and was updating videos that's specifically for my reviews channel. And he told me to make sure that I set up a workflow so that way they also went directly to Pinterest as well. And I made sure that I set up that workflow as well, through repurpose.io. What you doing over there? Hey, Hood.
If I'll unmute myself, then people can actually hear me as I talk as well, not just play with that. But yeah, I just went to David, our friend's storefront, and I went to one of his collections, and you see how the Logie extension automatically gives us this beautiful button that says export to Logie. So if I see this collection that David has and I really like it, all I need to do is come here and click export to Logie. And then it shows me. It says, what do you want to call it? Do you want to call it the same way that David calls it, or do you want to change it? So I can change it to whatever I want. I can say, you know, Altovis samples, you know, and then add to existing collection. Oh, I can actually add it to an existing collection. So I click this, and then I can actually search from my collections here, and I can add it to an existing collection. In my case, I can just create a new collection. Or I can also add all these products to Logie without even creating a collection. So I'll add all these products, and then all I need to do is go to my products in Logie, and I will see all these products in my products. So that's how easy it is. Like Logie is making it super easy to manage products and you know maintain your collections, and then later on see if you sold products only from that collection, and you can download data. You know, I don't need to tell you what a beast Logie is, but a lot of people are forgetting it sometimes. So it's good that we're reminding them every now and then.
Definitely. And so Sandy was asking, do you have to export Logie collections into Amazon, so it appears in an idea list? And they did say, I did see some of the responses. Yes, they're not able to send it from Logie to Amazon, but if you create an idea list on Amazon, it automatically shows up as a collection list on your Logie site.
Exactly. So it's like a one-way street. Like we're getting all the data from Amazon into Logie, but we're not really taking the data from Logie into Amazon because that's something that you need to manually do if you want to create it. We don't want to actually, you know, touch your stuff and do it, but we can build it if there's going to be a demand for that. But I'm not sure there is. So yeah.
Oh, Michelle, hold on. You're gonna make me a screenshot. Hold on. Let me go back. Okay. Um, Definitely. Okay. Da, da, da. Oh, where do we find tutorials on Logie? The majority of the tutorials are on Logie. There's some. Okay, we did have a site, or we did have them on Logie. Are they still in the group as well? The Logie specific tutorial videos.
So there's a lot of stuff going on. One of the pages that we had, but I think that there's more newer pages as well, is the help center. Just go to logie.ai/help. So, I can paste it here as well, logie.ai/help. That is a great, starter page. But it is, I think, the old one. And I think that now there's newer pages that have a lot of more information. Yeah, it's called the Logie Academy. So you go to logie.ai/academy, and that's where you can actually see a bunch of, things, answers, some videos, and we keep on, creating more. But you go to video walkthroughs, and you see like a bunch of videos that explain a lot of the stuff. And we're going to keep on developing it and making it even more and more robust as we create new features.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew said it. Logie also has an academy as well. I would say, what's the link to the academy page again? So I didn't even remember that, but now I found it. So logie.ai/academy. And by the way, we also own Logie.academy. So just need to make sure that we're forwarding it to the Logie AI/academy so you guys can see it there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Love it, love it. Thank you for putting those in the group. Guys, I mean, in the chat, make sure that you go and click it. And for those of you that are watching the replay, you can just pause it to be able to go and get that link to go to it. Don't forget also, if you're watching this via the replay, that you can ask questions in the comments as well. You can tag someone in the comments if you heard something and you want to get a little more clarity, or you want to give a little feedback. You can also do that in the comments too. We appreciate the conversations being had in the group. You guys do really well with answering each other's questions, but also asking some great ones that we can come back and share with you guys on the Friday calls. Um, yeah, Sandy said, I love the reporting capabilities on Logie. So much easier than Amazon's reporting tool. You can quickly figure out how much you sold on a specific product, ASIN for a specific time frame so fast. Yes, I will say this, and this has been one of my reasons why I love Logie, is I've been able to go and grab a like sales pitch, like sales data for a particular product or a particular brand, and pitch myself to that particular brand or pitch myself to a similar brand, saying, okay, I've been able to do this amount of sales for this particular product from this particular brand. And they say, oh, okay, well, yeah, we want to work with you. We'd love to send you this. We'd love to send you that. So does it always work? Of course not. Every brand is different, but it's a great opportunity for you to be able to advocate for yourself as an influencer. And y'all know, I haven't said it in a long time, but y'all know what I always tell y'all: know your numbers. Know your numbers, because that is how you're able to advocate. That's how you're able to step into long-term collaborations with brands. Like, it's great to have a one-off here and a one-off there. Having long-term collaborations, I have brands that I've worked with for a few years that send me brand new products every year, every couple months. I have brands that reach back out and say, hey, we it's this time of year, we want to work with you and send you this and this. It just, you're building up those relationships, and it extends beyond just Amazon, because if you're in TikTok shop, some of them are there, but also you have other options where you can promote them as well. I've even had one brand where it started with me collaborating with them through Creator Connections, and then it's like it's grown beyond that, uh to the point where I've tested pretty much all of their products, and every time they see a message from me, they're like, whatever you need, we'll send it. We want you to do this, we want you, like, there it goes, it keeps increasing as time has gone on. um but it starts with that first thing. Yes, there are a lot of experts in the group that can help. Logie reporting helps us know our numbers exactly. Very important to leverage your ability to get samples. I'm not even on TikTok anymore, and had brands reach out to create content for them on Amazon. Yes, and I've had a couple brands that are like, "Are you on TikTok?" did you like, have you reached a threshold for TikTok? If you have, we want to work with you there too. I've had a brand, and this tells you the power of being an influencer. I've had a brand that started out with sending me a dress. They've sent me and my sister dresses. They've sent and as we were, building up this whole um brand relationship, I said, "Hey, you're not on TikTok. Y'all should be over on TikTok." And they were like, "We'll go and we'll start that right away." So it's a win-win because they get to learn, because some of them that this is still brand new for them, working with influencers and trying to get the momentum going. For others, they understand it. Yeah, exactly. And they see me creating content, and the content that I'm posting is not always, look at this, you can buy this. It's literally me creating lifestyle content. And then if I have a brand that I'm working with and I have something on, like I could have with that particular video, I could have actually tagged the brand for my crossbody bag. But they're not on socials. But if they were, I would have tagged them in it. Or I would have made them a collaborator on the post. You could do the same thing with other products. I have new fitness products that just came in, thankfully. New fitness products that just came in, and I have content that I'll be posting, and I'll tag the brand, collaborate with the brand, make them an actual collaborator on the post. And it works in your benefit. Like I said, right now, social media, Facebook or Meta is doing some changes. Now's the time for you to build up those collaborations you're doing with brands there, tagging brands, and then also making sure you're consistently posting. Exactly. Andrew said I was tagging Samsung last week. Exactly. And they had some pretty interesting sales going on. So we made it to 3 o'clock. Were there any other questions? I think I think I was able to catch most of the questions. Michelle, I saw what you said, and I have them in playlist, but I never even thought about what you said until I saw what you posted. So I just screenshot. I'm going to go back because all of them are in separate playlists, which made it a little harder for me to do the homework that Lane had said for me to do, because I had to do it from each playlist going to Pinterest. But it's set up, it's moving and grooving. Mm-hmm. You said from Mercury? It's legitimate. Yeah, we do. I think around this time, if you don't already have one on file, or if they need to update it for any reason, yeah, this is around the time where you would get that email. Yeah, it's the end of year W-9 forms. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ahab, we may need to make a post in the group, just and tag like at everyone, so that way they just know ahead of time. Especially because not everybody answers their emails. we I well, I'll give you this funny. I recently changed my phone number, and um I didn't send it out to everybody. I sent it out to a few folk. But the main people that I sent it to were my children, my family. I sent it to my aunt. I said, "Hey, auntie, this is my new number." I'm the only one that calls her auntie. "Hey, auntie, this is my new number." Her response was, "What are your two favorite Disney characters?" Like she was a computer. I said, I don't even like Disney characters, but my top two Looney Tunes characters are this and this." She said, "Okay, can't be too sure these days." Ma'am, my youngest daughter called me. My oldest daughter said, "What's your name, my name, and something you know about me?" So I sent back a message that said, "Her name, my name, and you're short." She said, "Ouch." The shenanigans, y'all. Yeah, so if that's how they are with imagine. Imagine. Yeah, people that don't check their emails regularly, or when they do, they give everything the side eye. We may want to do a post just so they know. Be on the lookout. Because I think once somebody even tagged who sent out the email, that part. She said, "I thought it could have been a stranger. I almost blocked you." Oh my goodness. All the time. It's always something, always shenanigans. Um, oh, say Ahud, Sandy said it was sent to an old email.
Is there a request from Mercury?
Yeah, she said it was sent to an old email. Yeah. Um,
So it's important to go to Logie, log in, and just change the email. It's always good. It's always so important to always have the latest email in the system, so you'll never be locked out of the system.
okay. Yes, I did see that you asked in the group. I did see. Okay, good, 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 good. What is Mercury and should I have an email? Mercury is a person. And it's the W-9 email. Just making sure that it's filled out and up to date. That is hilarious. So that way they can send out your uh they can send out your stuff. You said, "Oh, Mercury is the bank," and then the
Yeah, Mercury is our bank. It's kind of a bank, but it's
mm-hmm.
the financial institution that most startups are working with. It's um, an amazing platform because it allows you to kind of build your entire tech stack on top of it. So it's kind of really, really cool.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, but because we need the W-9 forms, so a few people were delayed in the payments, and they actually asked us about it. So if anyone is for any reason is not getting paid for some reason and is not sure why, and just reach out to support. And it's maybe because you didn't file the W-9 form. So the smaller accounts will usually, it's not going to interfere with their payments. But if you're over $600 a year in revenue from Logie, then the system will automatically block any future payments unless we have that W-9 form on file, because otherwise we're actually facing legal actions and stuff, because we're not allowed, we have to have a W-9 form for every subcontractor that is getting paid more than $600 a year. So yeah, so some of you reached out, and that was the reason why. So make sure that you fill that 1099 W-9 form, so we can issue the 1099 forms at the end of the year, which is coming in literally 2-3 weeks. And that will sort all issues if you had any. So yeah, it's important to note it.
Perfect. So thank you guys. And yes, if you ever get something and it looks strange, you're giving it the side eye, you can always go ahead and post in the group to get some clarity, to make sure that it is who they say they are. That part. Sandy said,
Amazing.
okay. Right? They said we know who's legit. Well, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so, so much. Again, replays are always up the following week by Monday or Tuesday. Thank you so much to the team. Thank you to Ahud as well. Um, You guys do so well with responding back to a lot of the messages and to, again, giving us a platform and the opportunity. Don't forget, you guys have homework. Create those idea lists, 4 or 5 products. You can use ChatGPT. You can use so many different ways for you to go ahead and do it, but do some, and let's kind of monitor them over the month of December and see if they make us more money. That part. We appreciate y'all. Have a great rest of your day. Have an amazing weekend. Get some rest. Get some rest. And we will see you again next week.
Thank you, Altavis. Have an amazing weekend, everybody.